The film begins with a man named Dong Chol. He's from North Korea, but lives in a poor area in South Korea without permission. There's a woman named Kyung-hee. She used to be a reporter, but now she's making a movie about North Korean people who come to South Korea for a better life. She wants to talk to Dong Chol for her movie, but he often ignores her. Kyung-hee's friend suggests finding someone else who is nicer, but she still wants Dong Chol because she secretly follows him every day to see what he does. Dong Chol works as a driver and keeps a picture of his daughter on the dashboard. It reminds him why he lives and works hard. One night, Dong Chol meets an old man named Gun-ho, who came from North Korea and is now successful, owning a company called Haeju Group. Gun-ho recognizes Dong Chol, who used to work as a top spy in North Korea, but moved to South Korea for a better life. Dong Chol then drives Gun-ho home, where one of Gun-ho's helpers gives Dong Chol a note with his name and address because Dong Chol is searching for his family. Gun-ho also gives Dong Chol money and checks to assist him. As Dong Chol leaves Gun-ho's place, he feels something is wrong and checks the security cameras around. Meanwhile, a man enters Gun-ho's room while he's sleeping. The man puts Gun-ho's glasses in a box, gives him medicine to sleep, and injects something into his foot. Then he notices Dong Chol in the room. Not only is the man surprised by Dong Chol's presence, but also the South Korean National Intelligence Service team, led by a man named Kim Sak-ho, is shocked to see Dong Chol there. Sak-ho and his team have been watching Gun-ho for some time, and the man is Sak-ho's assistant. Without wasting any time, Dong Chol fights the intruder until he's defeated. Gun-ho, who is dying, asks Dong Chol to take his glasses case and bury it because it's very important. Then, Sak-ho calls the police to Gun-ho's house while Dong Chol is still there. The police arrive and secure the area. One of the officers, who turns out to be working for Sak-ho, asks Dong Chol for Gun-ho's glasses case. Realizing this, Dong Chol refuses and tries to run away. After Dong Chol manages to escape with the important items, Sak-ho orders to kill everyone in Gun-ho's house to make it look like Dong Chol murdered the Haeju Group president and others present. Afterward, Sak-ho decides to contact one of the field agents from the National Intelligence Service, named Min Se-hoon, who is very good at finding and catching undercover agents from North Korea. When Se-hoon hears about the mission to catch Dong Chol, he gets really excited because he knows Dong Chol and has met him before. The next day, Dong Chol realizes that South Korean agents are watching him. So he goes to Kyung-hee and her partner, Ju, who is a cameraman, waiting in their car to follow Dong Chol as usual. Dong Chol joins them in the car and asks Kyung-hee to drive faster. Thinking that Dong Chol might be willing to cooperate now, Kyung-hee eagerly drives the car. Along the way, she tries to convince Dong Chol to share his story, explaining how it could help other North Korean immigrants who are trying to have a better life in South Korea. However, Dong Chol stays quiet. Meanwhile, Sak-ho and Se-hoon attend a meeting with high-ranking military and police officials to discuss the assassination of the president of Haeju Group. The president was supposed to represent North Korea and mediate in an important meeting about relations between the two countries. Sak-ho has put together a team and tasked Se-hoon with leading the operation to catch the person responsible, who has been identified as former North Korean spy Dong Chol. After the meeting, Se-hoon briefly wonders why Dong Chol had to resort to shooting Gun-ho and his servants. He suggests that as a skilled secret agent, Dong Chol could have handled the situation differently, perhaps making it look like an accident to avoid suspicion. However, Sak-ho ignores this idea and tells Se-hoon to focus only on capturing Dong Chol. For this mission, Se-hoon is joined by Captain Jo, a former military colleague known for his expertise in wiretapping. Captain Jo gathers the team members assigned to capture Dong Chol and starts briefing them on who Dong Chol truly is. Dong Chol comes from a tough military training camp located in a small town west of Pyongyang. This camp is famous for its tough physical and mental training, which often leads to serious injuries and even deaths. Graduates from this camp join elite forces right away and are sent abroad to carry out missions for North Korea. Dong Chol is known as North Korea's smartest and toughest spy, making it difficult for intelligence agencies worldwide to catch him. Despite being pursued by the CIA and Interpol, Dong Chol's skills help him avoid capture consistently. In 2009, in Hong Kong, South Korean secret agents, led by Si-han, keep an eye on a ship transporting weapons meant to be smuggled into China by North Korea. Dong Chol is tasked with guarding the ship against any interference. Captain Joe emphasizes how Dong Chol managed to take down all of Se-hoon's men by himself during a confrontation, showing how dangerous he is and why they need to be extra careful around him. On the other hand, Dong Chol managed to slip away from Kyung-hee's car during a traffic jam. He then disappeared into the busy crowds on the streets, heading towards the address given to him by Gun-ho's servant the night before. Meanwhile, at the NIS headquarters, Se-hoon orders a search for everyone who has interacted with Dong Chol in recent years. This comes after a police investigation identified Dong Chol as the main suspect in the murder of Gun-ho and his servants. Dong Chol's fingerprints were found on the weapon used in the murder, which was discovered at his home during a police search. A team member tells Se-hoon that Dong Chol was seen an hour ago with a former female reporter named Kyung-hee and her cameraman Ju. Se-hoon orders his team to capture Kyung-hee and her partner. Captain Joe then informs Se-hoon that Kyung-hee is working on a documentary about North Korean immigrants who have come to South Korea. Se-hoon asks Kyung-hee why she chose Dong Chol as her source, but she doesn't respond. When Se-hoon reveals that Dong Chol is suspected in the murder of the chairman of Haeju Group, Kyung-hee and her colleagues are shocked by the unexpected news. Meanwhile, Sako assigns one of his subordinates, a man named Dong, to recover Gun-ho's glasses, which Dong Chol had taken. Sako is particularly interested in getting these glasses, but Dong Chol foiled his plans. Dong tells Sako that he found a note with the name and address of someone named Lee Kwon-jo at Dong Chol's place. Upon further investigation, it's discovered that Lee Kwon-jo is a former North Korean spy who successfully escaped and is now a citizen of South Korea. Sako then orders a sniper to watch over Lee Kwon-jo, expecting that Dong Chol might try to meet him. Meanwhile, Dong Chol tries to contact his acquaintances, but Se-hoon has been monitoring all of Dong Chol's connections and steps in to talk directly to him. Upon hearing Se-hoon's voice, Dong Chol immediately recognizes him as a South Korean spy he encountered during a mission in Hong Kong in 2009. Despite severely injuring Se-hoon back then, Dong Chol decides not to kill him after learning that Se-hoon is a father and husband similar to himself. As a result, Dong Chol spares Se-hoon's life and abandons his mission, disappearing without a trace. Se-hoon vows to pursue Dong Chol relentlessly, feeling obligated to capture him. However, Dong Chol insists on his innocence, claiming that he's being framed for the murder of the Haeju Group chairman and his associates. Se-hoon remains unconvinced by Dong Chol's assertions. Dong Chol tells Se-hoon about the attacker he encountered at Gun-ho's place and those interested in getting Gun-ho's glasses, urging Se-hoon to look into it. He asks for some time to investigate on his own, promising to surrender later. Giving an address for Se-hoon to meet him, Dong Chol ends the call suddenly before Se-hoon and his team can find out where he is. Kyung-hee rushes in and tells Se-hoon that Dong Chol is seeking revenge against the man who killed his wife and daughter. Considering suicide after seeking vengeance, Dong Chol finds Lee Kwon-ju's address. Upon entering Kwon-ju's house, Dong Chol finds him talking on his phone. After disarming Kwon-ju, Dong Chol accuses him of causing the deaths of his wife and daughter. It turns out that after Dong Chol defected in Hong Kong, he was considered a traitor to his country, leading to the execution of his entire family, with Kwon-ju being the one who killed Dong Chol's wife and daughter. Unaware of the sniper sent by Sako, positioned nearby and ready to shoot Dong Chol, he prepares to shoot Kwon-ju. However, before Dong Chol can take action, Kwon-ju asks to write something on his hand and show it to Dong Chol. As Dong Chol gets closer, he notices a sudden glint of light, realizing the sniper's presence. Dodging the shot, Dong Chol takes Kwon Ju's phone and runs away. Kwon Jo and his wife escape successfully, while Dong and his men start chasing Dong Chol. When Se-hoon learns that another group got involved in the mission, he gets angry, insisting that his team should handle it alone. He immediately tells his men to keep searching and find Dong Chol in the crowd. While running away, Dong Chol accidentally runs into a sniper trying to kill him. He finds out that the sniper used to be a North Korean spy working for Sakho. They have a fierce fight until Dong Chol finally defeats the sniper. Se-hoon, knowing about the fight between Dong Chol and the sniper, gets suspicious because the sniper isn't part of his team. He thinks Sakho might have sent another team without telling him. Se-hoon confronts Sakho and shows him a recorded conversation with Dong Chol where they talk about how Dong Chol is being framed and the importance of Gunho's glasses. However, Sakho ignores Se-hoon's worries, mentioning orders from higher-ups. Se-hoon is already aware that Sakho controls former North Korean agents who have defected, offering them safety in South Korea in return for their service. Despite this, Sakho brushes it off and tells Se-hoon to carry out his duties as ordered. Upon learning that Sakho is mobilizing his own group, Se-hoon assigns Captain Jo to investigate Gunho's murder case further to confirm Dong Chol's claim of being set up. Se-hoon starts probing into the forensic report about Gunho's fingerprints and cause of death. He warns the head of the police forensics team that they could lose their job if any signs of tampering with the report at the crime scene are discovered. Meanwhile, Captain Jo investigates Dong Chol's history, tracing his actions after he disappeared following his decision to abandon his mission in Hong Kong. It turns out that Dong Chol tried to return to North Korea, but was labeled a traitor because of a change in the regime. Elite soldiers from the previous government were considered traitors and faced execution, including Dong Chol. After enduring harsh torture and facing the threat of hanging, Dong Chol learns that his wife and daughter have been murdered. Determined to avenge their deaths, Dong Chol vows not to die until he gets revenge for his family. Through sheer determination, Dong Chol miraculously escapes from being hanged. Meanwhile, Captain Jo finds the Dong Chol family at a shelter in China, where Kwon Jo is ordered to kill everyone there. However, when he sees Dong Chol's wife and daughter, who were once his comrades, Kwon Jo hesitates to shoot. Another undercover agent arrives to carry out the task, leading Kwon Jo to kill that agent instead. He then escapes to South Korea and joins forces with Sakho. Meanwhile, Dong Chol remembers moments with his late wife, who was tragically found dead in a shelter in China. When he confronts Kwon Jo at his home, Kwon Jo writes a message on his hand, indicating that Dong Chol's daughter is still alive. This news strengthens Dong Chol's determination to keep searching for his beloved daughter, no matter the obstacles he faces. Afterward, Dong Chol calls Se-hoon, asking him to find Kwon Jo and offer him in exchange for the glasses that Sakho wants. At first, Se-hoon is unsure, but he eventually agrees when Dong Chol mentions that Gunho's glasses hold an important secret desired by both North and South Korea. Meanwhile, Captain Jo uncovers a connection to Junkie, who is investigating Sakho's hiring of former North Korean spies who defected. Kyung-hee persists in approaching Dong Chol because Sakho once offered Dong Chol a job, but he turned it down. She hopes Dong Chol will share information about Sakho's recruitment of defected agents. Se-hoon starts to suspect Sakho's involvement and believes he's seeking personal gain rather than acting in the country's best interest. Dong Chol gets in touch with Kyung-hee and arranges to meet her. Outsmarting Sakho's men and Se-hoon, who are closely following him, Dong Chol takes Kyung-hee to a secluded spot. He asks her to record as he reveals the secret of Gunho's glasses, a formula for making chemical weapons. Dong Chol also insists he's innocent in the murders of Gunho and his staff. In exchange, Kyung-hee promises to help Dong Chol clear his name of all accusations. On the other hand, Sakho becomes furious when he learns that Kwon Jo told Dong Chol about his daughter still being alive. Sakho then orders Kwon Jo to get rid of Dong Chol, Kyung-hee, and Se-hoon. Shortly after, Kwon-jo finds Kyung-hee with the help of Kim, a former North Korean agent who works for Sako. Kim takes the chemical weapons formula and leaves quickly, leaving Kwon-jo to kill Kyung-hee. However, Dong-chol steps in, launching a sudden attack on Kwon-jo. A fierce fight breaks out between them, ending with Dong-chol winning. In his last moments, Kwon-jo reveals that Dong-chol's daughter is indeed alive and was sold to China as a slave by Sako. Moreover, Kwon-jo discloses that it was Sako who ordered the assassination of the Haeju Group chairman. At the same time, Se-hoon finds evidence showing that Dong-chol was innocent of the Haeju Group chairman's murder. He finds an empty bullet shell near the victim's body with someone else's fingerprint on it. Se-hoon finds Kyung-hee and tells her that he knows the real purpose of her documentary about North Korean defectors. He offers to help her if she agrees to go with him. Kyung-hee agrees, and she contacts Ju to bring her CDs containing important video recordings of their investigation with Sako up to that point. Meanwhile, Captain Jo tells Se-hoon that Sako plans to sell the chemical weapons formula to a Middle Eastern arms dealer for a lot of money. After Kim gives the formula to Sako, he tells Kim to get rid of Dong-chol. At the same time, Dong-chol tries to escape from Sako's men in a tense getaway. Eventually, he faces Kim in a high-pressure situation, resulting in a crash between their vehicles. Despite the accident, Dong-chol survives, but Kim dies. Taking advantage of the confusion, Dong-chol manages to escape by jumping into a nearby river. Meanwhile, Kyung-hee and Se-hoon are examining copies of the chemical weapons formula taken from Gun-ho's glasses in a lab owned by Kyung-hee's friends. At the same time, Sako gives the formula to a potential buyer who is willing to pay a lot for it. However, the buyer insists on confirming whether the formula is really for chemical weapons. Unexpectedly, the formula turns out to be not for chemical weapons as Sako expected, but instead a formula for fertilizing wheat plants, which can grow well in different types of soil. As a result, the buyer cancels the deal immediately and sends Sako away. Feeling completely tricked, Sako calls Director Song from Haeju Group, who initially told him about Gun-ho's supposed chemical weapons development. Sako tells Director Song how upset he is and demands payment for his losses, warning him of possible consequences if he doesn't comply. Afterward, Sako holds a press conference outside the National Intelligence Service building to reveal details about the Haeju Group chairman's murder. Reporters are shocked when Dong-chol suddenly appears and points a gun at Sako, causing panic as Sako shoots into the air. Dong-chol then takes Sako as a hostage, leading him into the building and blocking all exits. Meanwhile, police, SWAT teams, and NIS agents surround the building, getting ready to capture Dong-chol. Dong-chol pressures Sako to disclose the whereabouts of his daughter, but Sako stays quiet. In response, Dong-chol shoots Sako in the leg. Sako's personal bodyguard steps in, getting into a fierce fight with Dong-chol, who eventually wins. Shortly after, Se-hoon arrives and confronts Sako physically, furious about Sako's exploitation of defected North Korean agents and his involvement in selling Dong-chol's daughter into slavery in China. Sako defiantly fights back against Se-hoon. Meanwhile, with the help of Captain Jo and his colleague, Kyung-hee uncovers the truth behind the murder of the Haeju Group chairman, along with evidence pointing to Sako and Director Song's involvement in a plot to get rid of Gun-ho and sell chemical weapons to an arms dealer. Sako, realizing that Kyung-hee has exposed his wrongdoing, becomes furious and tries to shoot Se-hoon. However, the gun is empty, and Se-hoon responds by physically attacking Sako. Dong-chol steps in, stopping Se-hoon's assault as he still needs to deal with Sako. He demands to know where his daughter is, but Sako stays silent. Sako then opens a window, revealing a group of snipers positioned across the building, aiming at Dong-chol. Despite the danger, Sako feels confident and suggests that Se-hoon killed Dong-chol in exchange for clearing his name. However, Se-hoon, tired of Sako's actions, gives the gun to Dong-chol, who ultimately shoots Sako dead. Finally caught, Dong-chol is led by Se-hoon through the gathered crowd to his car. Catching Kyung-hee's eye, Dong-chol stops, giving her a thankful smile and a slow bow for her help. Before they leave, Captain Joe gives Se-hoon a flash drive containing proof of Sako's crimes and an address. On the way, Se-hoon shows Dong-chol a family photo, reflecting on how it prevented Dong-chol from hurting him. Thankful for this, Se-hoon decides to repay the favor by giving Dong-chol the address of his daughter's whereabouts in China, which Captain Joe found. Just as Se-hoon is about to release Dong-chol, he pauses for a cigarette. Afterward, Se-hoon is questioned by Captain Joe for what seems like his failure to keep Dong-chol under surveillance. Kyung-hee returns to her job as a TV reporter and tells the public that North Korea has obtained a formula to boost wheat production to tackle food shortages among its people. Meanwhile, Dong-chol arrives in China and finds out where his daughter is, working as a slave in a farm field. The movie ends with Dong-chol entering a farmhouse where his daughter and other enslaved people are forced to work. So, the moral of the story is never underestimate the power of a well-timed cigarette break. It might just lead to a reunion with your long-lost daughter.